Ready to Love Season 4, The Mixer. AJ is a whole ghetto, broke, dusty dingaling, okay? Mr. Ghetto Dingaling, okay? You can find him in my book. 23 types of guys you might meet. Honey, a whole ghetto dingaling. You hear me? A whole ghetto dingaling. Remember, he said in the casting special. Let me bring up the AJ, the Ghetto Dingaling. If you don't know who that is, this is AJ Ghetto Dingaling. Okay. In the casting special, he said he would not be surprised if he knew any of those ladies. Well, honey, he did. Now this sounds like this is two video in one now. Let me do the Ghetto Dingaling and come back, okay? I'm gonna do Ghetto Dingaling. I want to thank you for your love and support with my channel. I appreciate you guys. I really, really appreciate your love and support. I am still trying to get to my 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully I'll get there this week, and I should have been there, but I know what YouTube is doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not subscribed, I read somebody's comment. Let me put her on blast. Let me put her on blast. This is why I keep telling you guys, check to make sure you are subscribed, because you know what? Sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you. So I'm not gonna blame y'all, but I'm gonna put this sister on blast. She said, where did I go? She said, where she said, right? She said, girl, I checked and I wasn't even subscribed. Let me go back up here, because this is why I keep telling you guys, check to make sure you are subscribed, okay? Because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you and you don't even know, because that has happened to me. I go to some people's page and I'm thinking like, no, I know I subscribe, but if you don't like participate often, they will unsubscribe you. Mia Star. Mia Star. Okay. Mia Star. Hey, Mia. She said, girl, I've been watching your videos since last season, Ready to Love, and I just realized I wasn't subscribed. That's my bad. Sub now. Also, love your spirit and your energy. Remind me of family members. I love you too, girl, but you know what I say. Go on over to Amazon and apologize to me by picking up one of my books. This is how you apologize. You want to apologize to Janice, cousin Janice? Go on over to Amazon and pick up one of these. And since you're watching Ready to Love, you need that one, okay? You gonna need to know about all these men, okay, Mr. Ghetto Dingaling. Yes, honey. So we're gonna talk about Mr. Ghetto Dingaling on page 125. Be sure to remember my other books, Moments of Gratitude. That is a series. This is the journal. If you want something to write in and keep your thoughts in and all of that stuff, this is the book. This is my journal that I actually wrote and published of me praying for my husband, believing God. The Naked Wife is the book you need. If you marry the wrong guy, you will end up becoming the Naked Wife. Of course, In Christ I Am is a series I'm doing about Paige right now, so be sure to pick that up. So let's talk about Mr. Ghetto Dingaling, Mr. Troy. I'm sorry, not Troy, AJ. Let me not put that one up. When he said, in this picture, he says, when I moved here to Houston, I was 27. I definitely hit the scenes hard. Okay? No, I ain't got no problem with that. Hey, I don't have a problem with it. Now I'm gonna come back and do what he said in the other video. I'm gonna come right back after this, because I was gonna do them together, but I think it's gonna take up too much seconds. I don't want my videos to be so long because I do the lives and those are long. Okay, Mr. Ghetto Dingaling, and I'm gonna be doing this for the guys throughout the whole season, because last season it was just so messy. I didn't have time to do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do each guy as I go. From my book, 23 types of guys you might meet. It is available on Amazon. Okay, there you go. On page 129, you will find Mr. Ghetto Dingaling. See there? I'm gonna read it for you, girl. Cause Mr. Ghetto Dingaling, I have always lay up with guys who have no job, no house, no car, and no means of taking care of himself, much less a woman. Well, it's because he might be a Mr. Ghetto Dingaling. It's been stated that Mr. Ghetto Dingaling doesn't work but spends all his time being taken care of by a hardworking woman because he has a good dingaling. Mr. Ghetto Dingaling will jump in your inbox and tell you how good his dingaling is. He tells you how he can make you have multiple orgasms every 7 seconds. Mr. Ghetto Dingaling insists that you're missing out on the best dingaling of all time. Many foolish women allow Mr. Ghetto Dingaling to get in their heads. Next thing you know, Mr. Ghetto Dingaling is sitting up in your house, eating your baby's cereal and drinking their milk. He sleeps all day while you work several jobs so that Mr. Ghetto Dingaling can be kept a dingaling. Because of this, I'm all for taking the cookie off the table. If you don't give Mr. Dingaling your cookie, you won't know how good his dingaling is. Honey, baby girl, you deserve better. Let Mr. Dingaling go. Okay. Yes, Mr. Dingaling, but AJ is also Mr. Physical. Did I take the picture of him talking about you want to rub down this bald head, you might want to come and touch it. And I'm looking at him like, is he for real? Granted, the ladies be wanting to touch the people's bald head. Ladies, keep your hands to yourself, girl. Because that could be a door for you to let him in. And he's just talking about how, oh, I'm so good looking. Okay, I'm doing it for the dark skinned brother. This is all natural. And come rub my bald head and stuff. And that's one of the things the guys be using to get in. Okay, so Mr. AJ is also Mr. Tall, dark, and handsome. Now, I don't think he's handsome, but he say he's handsome. Okay, so let me go ahead and read. This one is here it is on page 140. Mr. Tall, dark, and handsome. This Mr. is like Mr. Tall, drink of water. However, he is a triple threat. Girl, you better watch out for them triple threats, okay? He's tall, he's dark, and he's handsome. Beware, princesses. The same way as ladies we hope to attract guys be fixing up ourselves, they use that what they have to try and draw us to. Please remember that I am not saying every man is out here just looking for a woman to screw over. Some great guys are genuinely looking for a wife. However, I want you to be aware. If a man is selling his tall, dark, and handsomeness like AJ, then more than likely he is just looking for victims. Be vigilant and remember to vet every guy you meet, be it online or face to face. AJ's also Mr. Facial here, because he got that big old beard, and some of y'all ladies love all that big old carpet. I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. Okay. Note, Mr. Facial here is on page 143. Girl, you need this book. Go to Amazon, pick it up. Note, I wanted to call this Mr. Beard, B-E-A-R-D. However, because beard, B-E-A-R-D, has several meanings, I wanted to differentiate between beard on a man's face and the other beard, which we will discuss later. As for Mr. Facial here, oh, I am sure you have heard of the new beard craze. Remember, this new beard craze came in 5 years ago, okay? I don't care for beards, especially those wild, out of control ones. My husband wears a beard sometimes, but I prefer a nicely shaved face or goatee. That to me is incredibly sexy, and every time he comes home with a goatee, I just want to jump on him. Girl, let me tell you. Ooh, when he come home with one of them New York haircuts, it's something about when he gets his hair in New York, his hair cut in New York and gets shaved. Girl, I remember one night I woke up and he was standing over me like, honey, I'm home. I look up, girl. He got on him a nice goat, girl. Ooh, child. I ain't gonna tell you what I did. My husband's goatee is an automatic turn on for me. So because of this beard phenomenon, just about every woman is trying to get herself a bearded man. Nothing wrong with that. If it floats your boat, then let it drift on. But remember, don't allow the beard to distract you from the data you need to extract to make an informed decision. Trusty Tesla got you by me. Available on Amazon, girl. Run over there and pick it up. So when you meet Mr. Ages. Now, as far as Mr. Ghetto Dingaling, I'm going to come back and talk about that because AJ does have a job, though. But he said, did he not say it? When he came here, when I moved here to Houston, I definitely hit the scenes hard. I wouldn't be surprised if I know one of those ladies. I got all my young stuff out of the way. In other words, he got all the dog out, as my daddy said. They got to get the dog out. Okay, we'll come back and talk about that a little bit. So now I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about who he knew. And honey, he was a Dusty. Broke Dusty. Broke Dusty, honey. He broke, girl. He ain't got no job. He ain't got no money. He broke. He's cheap. Cheapo, El Cheapo. Amazon, pick that up, please. 23 times. The Naked Wife, Moments of Gratitude Journal, Moments of Gratitude book. In Christ I Am. Bye, babes. I love you. I will see you later. Come back. I'm going to be talking about, I'm coming back with AJ again. Get that out the way. And then later, I'm going to come back and talk about Shawnice and Jeppers. I told y'all. Y'all going to learn to listen to me. Bye, girl. Bye.